So ravens are excellent at mimicking sounds they hear. Can you say hello?
Hush.
No. Hello.
Hush. Hush.
He's all excited. About hi.
Hush.
Good boy.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. You know you better pick up that jaw. All my enemies getting dropped.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. You know you better pick up that jaw. All my enemies getting dropped.
Yo, what is up, y'all? So the theme for the first half of this episode revolves around HP washing, because the first half is just showing the lead-up moments to a realization I have later. It sounds kind of boring, but I think it should be kind of funny as you kind of watch it play out. And I think HP washing is my least favorite part about this game, which is probably a factor for why I never really took the time and effort to get a proper understanding at that exact numbers level. Because I've always been kind of strictly cookbook when it came to washing, and I just followed the steps in the order and timing that 3 guys might have told me to do so. So, I never bothered asking the why behind why these steps work as I was doing them. And I was definitely a little haphazard on this character by just going with it by gut, and that's like me, I guess. I'll reject the spreadsheet calculator and opportunity to get any real proficiency at this, even if it'll lead to less confusion, because I just want to avoid the headache and anxiety that it gives me, and that's a hill I'll die on. So long story short, and my gut response is that the MP double washing process has gotta be different with each class. And I've read a lot of MP washing for mage guides, which I don't think are applicable to pirates, and that made me very confused. Or maybe it does apply, I don't know. But I might not do any more commentary about HP washing since I'm kind of confused and I don't want to put forth the brainpower to unconfuse myself. The final change up to my non-existent plan up to now is to increase our base into 100, just rely on some int gears and forget that double washing later. Because I did a calculation which I'm pretty sure is bad, but it's 50 levels of MP washing at 100 base int, and my calc came out to 2.9k HP for the cost of 3 billion APRs, which I'm not paying even if we went up short because it makes 0 sense to double wash with 100 base int. I'm just going to opt for Olaf and the daily HP questing to top off in case a medium HP wash still falls short on our cap. And this sequence here, we're just doing some wild boar grinds, and we'll be going up to level 29 until I start becoming a freak about the potential 1 extra MP gain at level 30. So before then, we're just going to be cutting to a short and kind of pointless, unnecessary scrolling session in the next clip. So let's get scrolling. Oh, at 3 points. 2 at Flash Fist, 1 in Double Shot. Because I'm going to skip dash. Okay, what are we working with? I got some belts. So if this scrolling goes badly, we can get that 4. I mean, we need 8. Crud. Jeez. We get 4 from the white belt. That's what I was about to say. And we can try to get this cape to be a little bit better. Maybe 2 more int, 4 more int. And we have 2 slots in this bathrobe. We probably could scour the FM for some overall 60s. But I do have these overall int 30s we can bomb. So let's get it. Start with the cape. Don't have the legendary scroll skill, but we'll give it a shot. Should I scroll sitting or should I scroll standing? Doesn't matter. Okay. Alright. So that's 1 pass. 2 pass. Hey, that's pretty good. Oop, there we go. That one. I feel like the next one's gonna fail, but independent odds. Awesome. Awesome. 1 more. Okay, so that is a net change of 0. Try bathrobe. Oh, dang. Oh, snap, that worked. Holy cow, okay. Drop a second 30. It's gonna blow up. Let's just do it on a fresh bathrobe. Failed. BRB, go in the FM, check out some stuff. Let's try to find 2 overall int 60s. These prices are probably a little overpriced since it's like one of the first FMs. Let's keep checking. There we go. What are these? Okay. 2 60s to work with. 2 slots. Dang it. Pruh. 4 60s in a row. Okay, well that's more like it. Has the Ironman like virus, scrolling virus, like been transferred? Oh, I'm not sweating it too much. I was better off just throwing 70s on it. Well, I guess that'll be it for now. I'll probably suicide, so I don't overlevel in dojo, and just try to figure out a plan on where I'm gonna get that form or int from. Just gotta get a little more. We're gonna go to 100 base, but I do want to end on a round number. I kind of cringe. I'll cringe if I don't. So that's all I got here. Yikes. Ah, yes. This is the genius dojo idea I had, which is just a little misplay here because I forgot all about the 50 level gap cap. So I can't just raise to a white belt in like 40 minutes. And I have such a bad headache at this point over those potential 2 MP points lost. But I just say screw this eventually and go second job advance. And we get here, which is pretty cool, because Kyron's our second job instructor NPC as well. And once we're inside, our task will be to slay these octopi for 15 potent power crystals. These can only be damaged by Flash Fist, which is kind of the gimmick. And I'm feeling pretty weak in here because of all the base I have. So my method here is just to Flash Fist them to the left and punch repeatedly while they're pinned. And I should mention another mistake real quick after this because I didn't clip it. But once we get done with these octopi in advance, we go to Orbis first thing for that Staff Sergeant Charlie exchange quest. And I bought like 6 stacks of that, thinking I could power level off of it, but that's actually the NLC brand materia exchange I was thinking of with the white burst materia and 7 black crystals, which was another one of my mix-ups there. And after that, I have the idea to cheese the dial quest, thinking it could give me like 80,000 experience or something. So I'm just kind of going through it, running through the motions. And we're netting kind of nice XP overall for our next level up as we're kind of talking to each NPC. I locate the dial and get the credit for the kill, and get surprised at the 2k like EXP reward. The fame is kind of good though. For that 20 requirement, we'll need to wear dark equipment. But coming up here is the infamous double washing moment I have in this session. But just a warning that it's a lot of numbers and chaos, so this will make no sense to you if you're like an experienced washer. So, like I said, 70 to 120, that's 50 levels of double washing. So 50 times 5 is 250 AP points. If we MP washed, 250 times 10, because of our base int of 100, we would net 2,500 MP. I will now test the MP washing, because we have 70 base, and it doesn't really matter if I pump these 5 into here because it's not going to go to 80. It won't change anything. So 975 MP. We write that down. 975. So the MP wash, you just put this here. We should get 7 extra, so we should be getting to 982. That's not right. $977? That was only 2 MP. What? I think I don't know what I'm talking about. 96. APR. Reset out of MP to HP. 980. Huh? That was only 3 MP. I don't care. I'm just gonna play. This stuff hurts my brain so much. I have such a bad headache right now, guys. Yeah, so it's hard to remember the best HP wash you've ever seen, but you'll never forget the worst. I don't understand. I've always just resented feeling pressure to factor in MP washing here, from the whole don't wash, don't play certain classes perception I get, and the whole multi-clienting thing to do extreme things like muling every in-game buff or simultaneously attacking on 3 geared characters. Like, I respect the hell out of people who can go that hard. And, the quote-unquote pro player should be doing pro things, and feeling like I should care a lot about this mechanic while I was developing my other characters, when in reality I couldn't give like 2 shit toes about washing a 30k. I did the calculation on scratch paper over the course of a day, no exaggeration, and now that we found out it was quite inaccurate, I am kind of back into my old mentality of just not caring about big HP, large HP number, which kind of sounds negative, but I'm really intending it to not sound like that, because I'm not caring about what other people will think of me when we're looking for those pickup Toad or Elf trios later. I'm not caring about min-maxing every single MP point down to the last point. I'm also not caring about reading wash guides repeatedly until I finally get my Eureka moment back. So, this all feels really okay, and it's like kind of liberating to me as a player. And I'm maybe 80% sure that none of this will even have noticeable impact to our gameplay in the very end anyways. But no misleading info here, but in summary, I learned something from this mistake if I were to do like a redo scenario, which I'm not. But I'm changing the base build to 100 base int ASAP, as I might have said before, and until I do so, I won't be starting to HP wash. But once we do, I will HP wash only from those levels onward. I'm pretty sure I was going to run out of watches either way somewhere down the line eventually, so I opted to just max the base int and postpone washing from int to the int to lower some APR resources. But either way, I think the less clarity that I have about this HP calculation is going to equate to more funny or chaotic moments when I inevitably mess up again later. So we'll keep rolling with the punches and double uppercuts too, I guess. I had a viewer last time comment that I should play the game the way that gives me the most enjoyment, and they're totally right. It's not as serious as time since I'm not doing any challenge this time around, but I also take all my characters seriously to some degree though. It's just how I became over time. But the new side mission for this playthrough I want is to return to pre-Ironman roots of playing without me sweating the small things, even if I know it'll end terribly for us, which is just how I was. I didn't care. I just wanted to play, and to whatever end it led to. But at the same time, the Ironman was so fun and rewarding at times, and I don't think I would have been to the same degree without the super rough times we, kind of went through as well. And I actually don't regret any of it thinking back on it now, which surprises me when I hear myself say it. So the remainder portions here happen a little fast on screen because I've got them sped up to 5.5 times, otherwise it'd take 3 hours. It's kind of like how my first videos on this channel were. But I'll do my best to catch up and, keep up from here on. My idea was to fall back onto low-level questing to keep this playthrough semi-DIY, because I was really just not feeling the power, or supposed power, I was reading about second job from the pre-Maple Knuckle, pre-second job skill levels by my decision to rush int and the 10 points in the HP gain skill, just lacking the power. I got the firewoods for Black Bull's house while knocking out some of the plant fossil, etc. collection items. Grabbed the Winston and Alinea quests. Then I went to gather green mushroom caps, squishy liquids, animal fossils for an assortment of quests, while we were still in Alinea. Got some quest turn-ins done. Went on to do Shumi's Lost Coin quest, and ended up just brute forcing my way on through. So I didn't have much to say there. Just wasn't feeling in the mood to do JQs at that time, I don't think. But after that, we moseyed on down to Ant Tunnel to take care of another sequence of quests. I wanted to get the Strange Recipe and Lazy Calico Cursite Tales, which needed 50 of them, I think, for both. The Stranger's Identity Curse Charms, which was 100, and the 99 kill quests for the Horny Mushrooms, Zombie Mushrooms, and Evil Eyes, respectively, I think. And then afterwards, I was going to cheese 40 or so Cold Eye Tails using my Night Lord, for that upcoming Strange Recipe 3 quest. I backtrack and do things in a strange order at times, but eventually I think I start tracking and get him knocked out more efficiently. Okay, nearly caught up now. So like I said, I go and cheese the 40 Cold Eye Tails and pass them over to our pirate. Like I said, I also wasn't feeling JQs at this time still, but I couldn't really help myself since this is one of the first ones and it's super easy to brute force without much consequence. After I get done there, I rotated on to the Evil Eye map and accept the 99 Curse Eye kill quest from that bulletin board. And while doing that, I was collecting enough Curse Eye Tails also, so that I could turn in that Strange Recipe 2 quest right away once it became available. At this map here, I was kind of questioning whether I broke our soft rule of being content viable at all level ranges, because these Curse Eyes didn't go down that easily, and I don't know that qualified as me being viable for them. So I ended up just geysering it, and that solved all of our problems here. Afterwards, after I get the 99 kill quest done, I dinged to 33 with that Remember quest turn in, and our max HP increase skill is now finally at 10 points. So one more level until I can start putting points into those second job skills for the first time. I'll be putting 1 point into corkscrew, 1 into backspin, and 1 into double uppercut next level just to get comfortable with those skills, even though I know that's a bad SP build. Like, I would want to be maxing mastery and getting points in the booster and corkscrew first before getting too deep in anything else, I would think. But it's just one level of impact, and the next couple here are going to be kind of expedited from the upcoming quest turn-ins I'm going to be doing. I go on to Lith Harbor and stumble upon a free Jane and the Wild Boar quest turn-in as I'm going over to give John these pink violas. Accepting quests, give Icarus his thing, check him out, get ready to knock out a quest sequence here at Nautilus. So basically the entire ride I do here is Strange Recipe 1 and Lazy Calico turn-ins. I'm helping out Shamu, that whale person in the basement. I'm accepting quests from Bane and Bonnie. We had helped out Bartol earlier, and that got us 5 warp card passes to Omega, which we're going to kind of exploit here for that big 10k EXP to ding to 34. Once I get that finally, I'm going to put 1 point, as I mentioned, into each of those skills, and go look for Abel's glasses. Just kind of click the same bush repeatedly and get them. So we get my Brawl refresher course here. First impressions are, not first, but I'm really liking the backspin blow and corkscrew blow, obviously. Those are 2 of the best skills, I think, on second job. But the double uppercut feels like a very bad skill, especially because we have Flash Fist. It's got pretty big end lag, and it doesn't chain off much except corkscrew if you just press it right away without charging, because appearances can be deceptive. Like, I was reading the skill, and it said it hits twice at 225%, which also stuns the enemy, which seemed really good, but I also suspect that this might actually just be a completely useless skill in the end. I'm not going to use it, but I'm also not sure if this is a good attack to be using for charging the energy meter during third job later, since I know nothing about third job. Seems like I'll be prioritizing mastery, booster, corkscrew, then backspin, MP recovery, and then I'm going to follow lastly with either oak barrel or double uppercut to be decided. I chose to grind out that ribbon pig map for the 160 ribbons since it's flat and doesn't require any platforming. Thought it'd be good practice for later because I like to spend most of my time grinding primarily flat maps since that's where I'll have the fastest clear speeds. Hoodoos and Voodoos are probably going to be the most imminent example of a map like that. I zip into Wild Boars, grab one real quick to do that long walks are good for you quest. We get that turn in and get a Gooshman. This is a custom quest, I believe. But anyways, go on the Hazy's, grab some quests in bulk, and then right here we go and do this Camilla's Lost Marble quest. I vaguely remember the right haystack portal combinations, which line up, but the main thing I remember here is on an Ironman and not having the accuracy to hit like 8 avoidability mobs at like level 20, and me talking to the game, pledging my left nut for it to give me the 10 accuracy pigs illustrated, then having the game dunk on us with like those 30 cupcake potions. Do any of you remember that? Any long timers here recall? Because I sure do. I remember everything. I knew this character was going to get that pigs illustrated too. Like, we had no need for it, so what else could happen? Anyways, get up back to Nautilus for the Black Mage Disciple quest. Knocked it out real quick, and then I used the teleport card, warp card to go back to Omega, see if I can grab any more big free chunks of EXP. Limited success there, but final questing portion here, which I'm going to spend time to kind of talk about something else. Some more futuristic ideas, because I think this kind of speaks for itself, the stuff you're seeing. But for now, I think I'm good with level boosting by quests for now. Just wanted to quickly reach a semi-adequate level of damage so that I wasn't just sitting out during PQs and not contributing much, which is exactly what I want to start doing right now. The PQs, I mean, because I'm looking at LPQ, MCPQ1, and Pirate PQ as kind of the big three ones that I want to do, the big three, because I get the visceral nostalgia feeling from just doing those PQs. And also we can get cracked glasses to Chaos later, also from LPQ. We can possibly run some Romeo and Juliet, OPQ, and LMPQ if we can smega enough turnout to do them, since they're not quite as popular, I guess, options here. And since I am looking to do PQs pretty heavily, that also made me think of you all too. And I just wanted to like lay out an open invitation to anyone who wants to maybe party up with me in game to go ham with PQs. And of course, I'd be presenting our PQs that we'd be doing as next episode's main content. But yeah, we'd just be getting some level ups while taking in kind of the PQ ambiance. I think it'd be a kind of chill time, and if any of that sounds fun to y'all, you know, my door's always open, and I've got, you know, plenty of buddy list space. Getting close to that time again now, guys. We close out our session at Purion this time with some Winston quests. I forget which one specifically, but the Stumpy area boss quest is one in particular I wanted to mention because I make a pretty serious mistake here. I just forgot to factor in the EXP multiplier rate on top of the quest experience reward that is kind of shown. So I wasn't wearing any of my int gear, or I didn't have MW20 active either, which really equates to a devastating loss in efficiency of 3 MP. So I'm not sure how to put this, guys, and I'm trying to be delicate here. But I think I have no option but to remake another pirate at this point, which is just kidding, just a joke. But my shoulders were level with my ears by how hard I cringed for around 5 seconds afterwards. Anywho, we reached the end here, and I just want to reiterate that I like making videos for you all a lot. I want to keep working towards making more digestible content that, you know, fits what you all like to see. And I like what I've been hearing from you all, and I'll, you know, continue to keep my ears and mind open, you know, for more that may come. So, you know, thank you again if you're still watching and, you know, able to hear this. So I just want to say be easy, y'all. Hope you have a good week ahead of you, and we'll talk again very soon. See you next time.